fathers and mothers. And we have been together for 13 years and blessed with 3 grown children. He loved his daughter so much, and he used to say that he cannot live without me. However, after he came back from the Philippines in the year 2019, he was been frequently attending the doctor for something like something wrong. But anyway, everything was fine then. Later on. Actually, he is normally fit and well. He jogs every day, rain and shine. A very religious man, and in fact, he was a devotee to the Black Nazarene in Quiapo from a very young age. Hence, his favorite color is red. I met my husband during my father's time in Manila way up 1970. Actually, we were classmates at the Arellano University, taking up the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. I came from the north and he's from Manila. When I met him, he had girlfriends. He didn't just have one, but he just don't have the good looks, but is smart and cute. And because of our surnames, we were then on the same group in the clinical areas, then seatmates and can be cheatmate too. I was the studious type, and he was the easy one. But don't get me wrong, he has a brilliant general knowledge. But of course, in nursing, you need to browse your books, kaya tumatabi siya sa akin. And then, he started supporting me by being kind, helpful, especially I am a provinciana who is ignorant about city life. I am modest and very shy, no social life. He got annoyed and challenged when he tried to pay my jeepney fare, but I adamantly refused. Sabi niya, suplado daw. In the clinical area, I used to bring food, of course, my extra. And then they say the best way to read men's heart is through his mouth. And since then, he's a terror. We finished nursing in 1982. And then, luckily, wherever we applied for a job, we were always accepted in both Philippines and abroad. First job at the Lourdes Hospital runs finance, unknowingly, he did not introduce that I am his girlfriend. But when he learned that one of his friends likes me, he was afraid. For greener pasture, we worked in the Middle East for around 15 years. And in fact, he was in Kuwait during the war. He is a very hard-working man, perfectionist, I would say, very organized. He doesn't like lazy people. He has been likable and loved by most of his colleagues, even the surgeons. He is very active and physical. He likes cycling and had a great time. Joseph is a very tough guy, known by everyone. Very strict, but also a joker. He makes me smile and laugh. His kindness wins my heart unminded. My husband is very kind, loving, caring, defends you in any ways. He was very strict, full of never-ending stories and advices. You never had a dull moment with him. He was a lovely man, and we thank him for sharing his life with us. Like a favorite book, I cherish every memory with us. Thank you for being part of my story, Papa. Ashiro Papa, you are my first and my last. He's the joker in a way that absolutely as he was diagnosed. He even told me
that he did the most for the club whatever he wanted. Walking to his own drumbeat, utterly resilient, clever, talented and very difficult. He was a complicated man. I often thought a complicated person to love. In his life, he started with a big word that raised and is responsible for the life of his family abroad. Before the UK, he braved the Middle East, working in the medical field in 3 different countries, one of which he escaped from during a time of war. He lived with stage 4 cancer for 5 years, despite being told he only had once. I think he was a brave man, and above all, he tried his best for his family. He didn't excel and always the best at everything, but importantly in life, I do know that his love had no end. He would show it in his actions. He was a constant figure, and his tenderness permeates in the small things, like cooking my favourite dishes, whenever he sensed I was feeling low, or whenever he knew I would be visiting home. He loves Mama deeply, and my brothers too. No exaggeration in the world could convey the shock, disbelief, and the heartache that I feel for his loss. It's too difficult to summarise the impact he's had on those lives he's touched. My siblings and I had our battle for 17 years. 5 of these were from when he was diagnosed with cancer. Train travel so long ago, and not enough time. I evidently hoped and wished selfishly for at least to have 2 more years with him. An unsung hero, his legacy lives on in us, and working for every interest. He was a lot of things to me: a motivator, my biggest antagonizer, my protector, someone who I could seek approval from, or so to impress, and yet made me truly proud. Secretly happy whenever he was with me. I'm more like him in many ways, his fiery nature and compassion combined. He is infamous for never knowing how to text, and yet not once my birthday did he message me telling me he was always going to be. He is infamous for never knowing how to text, yet once on my birthday he did with a message telling me he will always be my papa. We may have had disagreements, heartaches, and silence between us, yet the love between us fierce and deep. I am going to kiss his laugh, his smile, and in some cases our arguments. I am his daughter, and ultimately to me, he is my papa.
Today, we gather to celebrate the life of an extraordinary man, my uncle. His unwavering love and support shaped my journey, guiding me from my early days as a music graduate to my new life in Kuwait. It's hard to put into words how profoundly he impacted my life, but I truly believe that without his encouragement and mentorship, I wouldn't be in the position I am today. My uncle had a remarkable ability to uplift those around him with his kindness and wisdom. He taught me the importance of my family, affection, and cherishing the moments we had together. I will always remember his heartfelt reminder: hug your daughter while you can, for one day they'll have their own lives. Those simple yet profound words serve as a reminder to hold our loved ones close and appreciate every moment. He had a unique way of making everyone feel special, whether it was through his infectious laughter, the warmth of his hand, or his reassuring presence. He enriched our lives in countless ways. I will forever cherish the lessons he taught me and the love he shared so freely. As we say farewell to my uncle, let us carry forward his legacy of love, mentorship, and connection. Let's embrace our families and friends with the same open heart He showed us. Though He may no longer be with us in person, His Spirit will continue to live on in the stories we share, the memories we cherish, and the values instilled in all of us. Rest in peace, Uncle. Your love and guidance will forever remain with us.
When someone we know dies, we are left with two options of remembering them. Reminisce his death, which is the plethora of never-ending sorrow, or reminisce the love, which eases the pain of loss. Death is a memory no one can heal. Love is a memory no one can steal. Personally, I would like to remember Joseph as the healthy, jolly, exercise-obsessed friend that I knew. He loved to jog. He would jog around the neighborhood, even going to as far as St. Helens. And he loved to talk. He would regale me with stories about his youth, his struggles, and his ambition to better himself. During those talks, he shared with me his love for his family, his dreams, his frustrations, and his regrets. Him being only 2 years older than I am, we found common ground and became good friends. Joseph was a good friend. He was loyal, generous with his time, and always available to extend a helping hand under any circumstances. Joseph was also a dreamer, and he dreamed big, some of which were realized, some were not. Was he a failure? A failure he certainly was not. He came a long way from his humble beginnings on the streets of Manila. I wonder how many of us here knew that he used to be a jeepney driver lying in the streets of Manila. Joseph was a fighter. He battled his illness for over 4 years, even researching on new medicines to combat the big C, and tried natural remedies as well. On one of my visits at the Royal Hospital, he asked the doctor point blank, "How long do I have?" 3 to 6 months, the doctor retorted. Joseph, full of bravado, said, "I was given 3 to 6 months to live 4 years ago. I will live for another 4 years." He had the will to fight. Sadly, in the end, his body gave up on him. In memory of Joseph, I would like to share with you a poem by Mary Elizabeth Fry. It goes like this. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there, I do not sleep. I am the thousand wings that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circling flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. Farewell, Joseph. You did well. Be well in God's grace. Thank you.
My condolences to the entire family and my deepest gratitude for allowing me the opportunity to speak about Tito Ferdinand. I'm someone who didn't have a lot of time with Tito Ferdinand, but the moments we shared were profound moments that changed my life forever and shaped the person I am today. And for that, I will always be grateful. I first met Tito Ferdinand when I was 16, 17 years old. At that time, I didn't know what career path I wanted to take. And like most teenagers, I was uncertain about my future. My father, recognizing that I needed further guidance, invited Tito Ferdinand and another friend, Tito Rolando, to talk to me, or as they sometimes call it, Inuman. I vividly remember the moment. I was in my room, completely absorbed in a video game, when my parents called me downstairs. Reluctantly, I made my way down to meet a man I barely knew. That man was Tito Ferdinand. And during our conversation, he shared a piece of advice that will stay with me for the rest of my life. He said, listen to your parents, they want what's best for you. Get an education, find a good job, and most importantly, believe in yourself because I believe in you. There was something in the way he said it, so sincere, so confident, that it stuck with me for reasons I still can't fully explain. I chose to listen, I took the test he encouraged me to take, and from that moment, the start of a journey that would lead me to where I am today. Over the years, Tito Ferdinand became a guiding light in my life. Every time I saw him at a party or a gathering, he was the first person I would approach. I would excitedly share my progress with him. Tito, I qualified. Later I shared, Tito, I became a specialist. And later, on our last meeting, I proudly told him that I'm training to become an advanced practitioner. He was a man who believed in me, even when I doubted myself. He encouraged me to dream bigger, work harder, and never to lose sight of who I am. He wasn't just someone who gave advice, he embodied it through his actions, even towards the end of his life. He reminded me of what it meant to be a fighter, to persevere in the face of challenges, and to carry the pride of being a good example Filipino in everything I do. For me, his belief in my potential gave me the confidence to pursue a career I once thought was out of reach. His words of encouragement were like seeds that grew into the accomplishment I am proud of today. Tito Ferdinand, I will always remember you, your kindness, your wisdom, and your unwavering belief in others will stay with me for the rest of my life. You played an important role in shaping the person I am today, and for that, I will always be grateful. You may be gone, but your spirit, your lesson, and your legacy live on in all of us whose lives you have touched. Thank you, Tito, for everything. Rest in peace.
Now we have a short ritual by the family. They will toss over the baby. Fernando will bring his son. And this is a in words, but these are your own experiences and memories that you cherished with Mr. Joseph. And as well as I take this opportunity to thank you for the Lord for providing us this church, and take this opportunity to thank ladies and the daughter and grandson Joshua for helping us with this liturgy. As well as I thank the music ministry of Couples for Christ. So thank you so much for helping us to enhance this liturgy of the meaningful month. So I thank all of you as a family members and friends who have come here on behalf of Joseph and the family. Thank you so much. God bless you.
All right. Okay, give it back to the father.
Let us pray. Lord God, whose Son left us in the sacrament of his body, food for the journey, mercifully grant that, strengthened by it, our brother Joseph may come to the eternal table of Christ, who lives and reigns forever